A lot of people think that camping tents are not really important when camping. What those people don't know is that camping tents are not really necessary to take camping, but that does not mean they aren't important. Camping tents are important in a lot of ways, but it will not affect you that much if you don't have a tent. You can enjoy camping without it. Before I tell you why camping tents are important, please make sure that you subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any of our uploads. Here is why camping tents are important. It can protect you from the wind when the weather changes. It can also protect you from the rain. It helps make it easier for you to store all your camping gear. It can help protect you from things like mosquitoes. They are also helpful in many other ways, but as you can see, they are not a must. If you want to go camping without a tent, make sure that you check if the weather will change during the night or not. If you see that it will not change, then it will not be necessary to have a camping tent with you. What types of camping tents are there? There are a lot of camping tent types out there, but I am only going to share only 3 of them with you, and they are the best ones. Number 1, dome tent. A dome tent is a type of camping tent that has a rounded shape. This shape is created by the use of poles that are connected to the ground at 2 places. The poles create an arch in the middle and 2 arches on either side. This design makes it possible for the tent to be higher at the center, which is where you sleep, and lower on either side where you store your gear. A dome camping tent can provide more space than other types of tents because of its increased height in the center. They are also easier to set up than other types of tents, which makes them great for beginners or people who don't want to spend too much time setting up their campsite. Number 2, walled tent. A walled camping tent is a type of tent that has a fabric wall that surrounds the entire floor, and it typically has 2 doors. This type of tent is generally more expensive than other types of tents, and it's often used for camping in areas with bugs or high humidity. Number 3, frame tent. A frame camping tent is a type of tent that is often used by campers. It's a rectangular shaped tent with poles that are connected to the top and bottom of the tent. Frame camping tents are usually made of nylon or cotton canvas and can be purchased in different sizes, such as 2-person, 4-person, or 6-person tents. They often have some kind of ventilation system built in to keep the interior cool and dry. Is a tent the most important thing while camping? Tents are not the most important thing while camping, but they are worth having in case of emergencies. And like I have said before, all you need to do is check if the weather is good for camping without a tent or not. What is the most important thing about camping? Tents might not be always necessary for camping, but I have something interesting about them to tell you. The most important thing for camping is a tent, which is where you will sleep and keep your belongings. A good tent should be light, easy to set up, and have enough room for all of your friends. Even though they aren't necessary, they are still a very important thing when it comes to camping or backpacking. Are tents really necessary for camping? Tents are not necessary for camping. You can camp without a tent. People often think tents are necessary when they go camping. However, this is not the case. Tents are only one of many ways to camp, and in some cases, they may not be the best option. Camping without a tent usually means bringing a hammock or sleeping bag to sleep on the ground, but there are other options that may work better for you depending on your situation and needs. Are camping tents safe? Some people may think that camping tents are not safe because they have no protection from the elements. However, this is not the case because camping tents can provide protection against wind and rain. Camping tents also provide sufficient insulation from cold temperatures as well as warmth when it is too hot outside. So to sum everything up, camping tents are totally safe. In fact, they are the best when it comes to providing shelter when camping. Conclusion. In conclusion, camping tents are great in a lot of ways, and I think you should get yourself one if you have the money. Even if you don't get a camping tent, you will still be able to enjoy camping. But if you are a beginner, it is highly recommended that you take someone with you when you want to camp but you don't have a tent. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel.